What's up, everybody? It's James with RC Air Shenanigans. Banana Hobby decided to send us the X-Fly 40mm Twinliner. This thing has a 1000mm wingspan. It's 1000 millimeters long, basically 990 millimeters. 750 grams empty, and 12 bladed 40mm EDFs. Two of them. The motors are 14, 13, 50 or 5000 kV, so they spin. These things spin fast. This is a pretty sweet little plane. We have flown one before, but yeah, it's 4-channel. It's got elevator, aileron, throttle, and steering and rudder. I guess it has steering too, so yeah. Anyway, let's get this thing open. It's they recommend a 4S 1300 to 2600 battery. I have seen it on a 3200, but I don't recommend that. Probably stick with like a 4S 2200, 2600. But yeah, let's get this thing open and let's get to it. These wings, look how awesome this is. Look, the AL37 doesn't even have the exhaust nozzles. You could hand launch this if you really wanted to, but landing is going to be an issue because you have the nacelles that hang off the bottom. And it would be kind of a pain to remove the nose gear because that goes up through the body. But yeah, that's it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main components. I guess the gear, 6, 7, and then just some little stuff. There's a cool little adapter. This must be for the ESCs here. Look at that little guy. That's neat. Neat little adapter there. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. Now we're just going to pull the screws all out here. We got these. Okay, let's cut the zip ties. And do the same thing over here. Look at these little winglets. Awesome. Pop the canopy off here. Oh, there we go. That stuff is supposed to go right up through that little hole. So, let's take the wings, and you put the wings together like this. Maybe? Oh, I see. Okay. There it goes. Tight fit. Okay. And it looks like there's a channel for all these wires. There we go. Yeah, there's a channel cut out for the wires. So you can see the channel under there. The wires just have to go in these little channels. All the wires are sitting in the channel. And now we can flip it. And let's see if these are different or the same. They look the same. That one has... okay. So this one goes towards the front. Nice and snug. Okay. Cool. Show you this little adapter here. It's just gonna go right there. And right there. Easy peasy. Now you got your one battery cable. So the horizontal stabs go together, and then you send the screw through the two of them. See that? That's pretty neat. And they both have control horns. So what you have to do, you have to attach the control horn to the link, the control link first. So it's gonna sit right here, slide in there, but you have to connect this first. So the horizontal stab, you're gonna have to put on the linkage. So you put it on, slide it, and turn, and then you can put and then you can push it in where it goes. So I can put that through like this. Perfect. And there we go, that's on. And might have to move the servo back. Yep, there we go. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's one side in. I've got to face the back. So just so you can see, there we go. And it's on. Okay, and rotated. I think that's as far back as that's going to move. But we can bend the elevator down a bit. There we go. Okay. And we can get that one slid in. Like so. So I'm going to set her down. So you're going to take the black screws. We just drop the black screws in like this. These are self-tappers, so we'll just screw those in until they're tight. There we go. Okay, tight. And there we go. Our control surfaces are on. And those just go in like that. So you just push it in like that. And then you just put a screw right here, and a screw right here, and it holds the landing gear on. These are supposed to click in. Ah, there we go. You gotta push it pretty hard. Do the front first. There it goes, okay. There we go, okay. The landing gear clicks in, and then you just screw it in place, and that should hold it down. All right, now we have landing gear. So X-Fly provides 2 Y cables, ailerons, and remember, yellow to yellow, brown to brown when you connect these things. Yellow, brown to brown. So there's the aileron, and here's the throttle. We are going to wind up putting a Hobby Eagle in here from our F-22 that we had. So we have our 6-channel receiver. I'm gonna go So from the receiver to the gyro, I have the control surfaces, and then we want the ailerons to go into out 1, and the elevator, this is all going to be on this side, the elevator boom, 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 goes to out 2, and the rudder goes to out 3. Okay. And the receiver, we also have to plug in the throttle. Boop. And we should be set up with the gyro. And the gyro, I'm just going to stick right here. Clean these wires up a little bit, and the gyro is just going to go right here. Oh. And the receiver will just get pushed up inside like that. And with a couple of zip ties for throttle or cable management, we will be all set. And the battery looks like it goes right there in one place. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I've gone ahead, installed the gyro. We've got a battery in here. It's the wrong connector, but for this purpose, we're just gonna connect that together. We're gonna have to center the servos and align all the control surfaces, which should be pretty easy. I just have a default plane set up. I added rates. I haven't changed any of the rates. We'll measure, and we got to do CG real quick. And the CG is 93 millimeters back from the leading edge of the wing. And we take our micrometer and we go to 93. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, 92.99. So I'm just going to take this and leave a little mark in the plane. Leave a little mark in the plane. Boop. Boop. Perfect. And real quick, let's shove that receiver in for a second. Put the lid on and see how close this thing is to a CG with a 4S 2200 in it. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That is perfect. Let's get a battery plugged in. And I have throttle cut on. Let's plug her in. EC3 and XT60 put together. Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to bind,
Binding. Bind complete. DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry.
Okay, cool. First, make sure that there's nothing that's reversed. Okay. Oh, the ailerons are correct. Oh, the elevator is correct, but it's loose. I forgot I loosened it. And the rudder is reversed, so servo setup, reverse, rudder, back. And now the rudder's correct. And the gyro, I don't think it's going to be too low to see. I think the elevator's backwards. Let's get the elevator lined up first. And it's nice because there's a line back here, there's actually a line that allows you to get your elevator straight. See that? There's a servo, excuse me, right there. And you just loosen or tighten that screw. And that's how you do that. That one's straight. That one's straight. This one can come down just a hair. There we go. And we will just tighten this up. Okay. We got elevators, we got ailerons, we got rudder. Let's sync those ESCs. So,
Throttle cut off.
oh yeah, that doesn't turn on for a minute. Okay. So what we're gonna do is unplug the battery, set the throttle to high, plug the battery back in, and we're gonna wait for 2 beeps. Beep, beep. There we go. Okay, now, oh yeah, much better. Okay, sounds like an angry little mosquito, Mosquito Airlines. All right, we'll put that cover on. We got nose wheel steering. Okay, so now we need to set the dual rates. Dual rates in Expo, I have Aileron, Elevator, Rudder. So we'll keep our high rates at 100. I'm going to change the Expo to 30. I like a lot of Expo. And let's lower our rates to, oh, this is high, so we're going to leave that at 100. Okay. Let's go mid rates, and we'll call that 80 with 30% Expo. And our low gains, we will call 70 for now. And I'm going to keep the 30% Expo. Okay. And we'll go elevator. And put that in
Elevator high gains.
30. Okay. And then
Elevator mid gains.
we're going to call this 80. And 30.
Elevator low gains.
And low, we're going to call 70. And 30. We're going to measure this stuff. This is just my preliminary setting. And we're going to go rudder. Sorry, I see that I'm drifting here. Rudder.
Rudder high gains.
Let's go 30. Expo. No, actually, I like a lot of Expo and rudder. So we'll go 40.
Rudder
And
mid
mids,
gains.
we're going to set at 80. And 40. Oh, okay. And
Rudder low gains.
we're going to call 70. This is just my starting point. Okay. And, oh no, I need to stay in there. Okay. So we have all of our low gains set. All of our gains are set. Low,
Aileron
mid,
mid. Aileron high
high.
gain. Aileron low gains.
I like low up because of 0, and then I know that when everything is down, all the switches are down and away, it means it's ready to fly. So,
Throttle cut on.
okay, aileron is supposed to be 6 millimeters on low rate. Yeah, let's drop that to 65. And try that. Okay. 60 for low rates. There it is. And then high rate
Aileron high gains.
is supposed to be 9 millimeters. So we set this to 9 millimeters and we try it again. That's a little high. So we're going to lower this to 90. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to change my mid rate
Aileron mid gains.
to 75. All right.
Aileron low gains.
Okay, now we're going to do the elevator. And we're just going to do the same thing here. Elevator low rates are 10 millimeters. So we're going to set this to 10. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Elevator high
We
gains.
go high gains, and it's supposed to be 15. Let's try that. And yeah, okay. And then the rudder
Rudder low gains.
is supposed to be 22 for high. So, oh, we actually have to adjust that rudder. That rudder's off. That's okay, that's easy to do. This servo right here runs the rudder and nose wheel steering. So I'm just gonna loosen it and position the rudder. Put the rudder where it should be, which is about right there. Yeah, perfect. Okay. The rudder should be nice and level now. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we're gonna move the rudder all the way to the left. Oh, that's high. Okay.
Rudder high gains.
So let's go high. I don't know if it can move that far. 22 millimeters for rudder. I guess let's go 125, and that's as far as we can get. Oh, okay, we've got a small problem. I have to set up wing type. Okay, so we want to wing type. We want normal, and then tail is normal. Yeah, so why? Well, that ain't right. What the heck is happening here? Okay, I've set something up wonky. Okay, we gotta take a look at something. Okay, I had the gyro settings wrong. So now we got working elevator and rudder not together. Okay, where were we? We were on rudder dual rates. We were on low. Okay, so 14 on 70. Ooh. Okay, rudder. Let's go 85. There we go. Which puts our mid 85. Okay. Okay.
Rudder low gains.
All of our gains are set up. Our control surfaces are set up and centered. We are ready to fly this thing. Okay, that's the basic setup on the Twinliner. Let's get out and fly it.
All right, Steve and James with RC Air Shenanigans here. We got Jeremy Solt with Banana Hobby. We're gonna introduce you to the new Twinliner.
All right, so this Twinliner right now, this is one of the few airplanes that we have in the series of 40mm airplanes. This one is the twin AL37 type or looking airplane that we call our airline series. There may be more, there may not be more, but we'll see what we get out of this.
It's the airline series.
Yep. So anyway, so this airplane, pretty cool about it. It's essentially a backpack airplane. Very easy. Throw it in your vehicle. You've got a lot of room for it. You can fit it behind the seats, in the trunk, whatever. And then wherever you get an opportunity to fly, you just knock it out. Neat ideas. 4S setup on there. Pretty quick, clean setup. You got one spot right in the middle right there to put a 2200 to 2600 battery in there. I actually fly with an 1800 mod pack on there, and I add a little weight on there. But you got a pretty wide variety on there for what you want to put in there, as long as you don't make it too heavy.
Yeah,
That's
this 2200 went CG spot on. Like, you just set it in there. That battery's the same width as the battery tray, so there's not really room for adjustment on this battery, but it CGs perfectly with that battery.
So like I said, I fly with an 1800 mod pack, and I still get close to about 5 minutes of flying on it, which is pretty cool. So neat idea that they did on there is they put these little nacelle engine
I
areas
pointed
on the
that
back.
out when I put it together.
Yeah,
Got the exhaust
so
nozzles.
nobody has the exhaust nozzles on there, but the kick is it does not decrease from your flight performance. So pretty neat on there. I'm venturing to say that others will eventually do something like that.
You get the scaled appearance, but it doesn't decrease performance. So there's no
Correct.
trade-off.
Yep.
It's great.
So one thing that we wanted to do, but they were unable to do, was put retracts in this airplane because of how small it is.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny.
But it's still not so small that you're not going to have fun with this. So pretty cool on there. So you can take your landing gear off if you choose to. A little harder for your nose to get out. You'll have to actually separate the glue joint here and then put this glue point back on, and then you take your landing gear off.
Man, if you're gonna do that, do it on grass and make sure your landing's good, because
Well,
you're landing on the cells.
I would actually
Step
put
over
some.
here a little bit. He's landing.
I would actually put a little bit of an epoxy or something like that to protect it on there, maybe
Yeah.
some type of skids or something, but I have yet to do that because I don't want to
Plastic
damage
plumber's
them.
tape.
Yeah, something neat on there. But anyway, you got options out there if you choose. But again, you got the scale look, which is pretty cool, and we like that.
Yeah. Looks amazing. Look at it.
This is the X-Fly scheme. We have two schemes. You've actually got a clear scheme, and when you see some of my videos, you'll see that I did an A320 scheme on there to show the difference in options of what you can do on there. So
Nice.
kind of neat. Get with Callie Graphics. She's got some neat ideas out there for you.
Callie!
And there
We
you
love
go.
Callie graphics.
Get yourself a Twinliner from bananahobby.com.
Awesome.
Awesome price.
Yep, awesome.
Mazel tov.
What's the price? What's the price point real quick?
I think they're 170, 160,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
170 or 180. I
We'll
think.
look it up and let you know. We'll put it in the
Yeah.
top corner
They're
here.
under 200.
So we were on the spot. We didn't know exactly, but they're about that price. All of our Twin 40 series is about that price. We want to keep it cheap for you guys, but yet you can still have fun. So
Perfect. And
All
speaking of fun, James is gonna
Maiden
Let's see how
Flight.
this goes.
James is gonna maiden this bad boy right now.
My phone overheated. You all know that if you've been, any of our longtime followers know that my phone gets hot. It's
Yes,
been
it
an
does.
ongoing problem.
Anyway, it is hot out here. We're at least 102 degrees.
It's
It is hot.
102.
Not only
yeah.
are we 102 degrees, what I was saying though is if you look at the flag right now, we've got some swirly going on. So we've got an average of probably 10-mile-an-hour wind, jumping and gusting to randomly about maybe 15, 20. So
What he's saying is, don't give me a bunch of crap if I crash this thing or it looks wonky, because it's windy and swirly. It's not my fault. It's wind. There's no pilot error here. There's never pilot error. Ever. I'm almost positive the gyro's working the right way
It's
too.
actually gusting pretty hard right now. I think
Yeah, it's
it's
all right.
gusting like 15 or so. So,
Yeah,
all right,
All right.
here we
there
go.
goes nothing, right?
Full nose down or slide
yeah, with this airplane, you want to go a slight nose down and then ease it up on takeoff.
Okay.
The reason why is because your
Yeah.
thrust angle is so low on there. It wants to
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to bury it or just go slight. We'll get it working. All right, here we go.
Looks like you need a little nose trim up.
Right? That was a little odd.
Well, you just passed the shed, so you got a whole different little bit of wind right there.
Backing off the throttle a little bit.
That thing is going at least 90.
Holy crap, that thing is moving.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
It doesn't feel bad though, even in this wind. It feels pretty decent. Looks like we might have a little left-hand kick, maybe?
You're getting a little dance up there.
Little bit.
I mean, you can. I'm sure you're hearing this in the actual video. There is wind.
There we go. That smoothed it out a bit. Look at it dancing.
All right. So first impressions so far with 2 passes.
I like it, man. It is smooth. It's even in this wind, it's not bad. I had to give a little bit of left-hand trim or right-hand trim, but that's all on me. But look at it crabbing. Look at this thing.
And so we recommend.
This is half throttle.
My recommendations on throws and whatnot is to fly it in high rate on elevator and ailerons at all times. It has a better controllable feel.
Yeah, I'm in high rate right now, and it doesn't feel overbearing at all. And yeah, I might need to give a little.
And for those of you who wondering what James's high rates are, he's 100%.
100%.
Yeah, 100% on everything.
Everything's 100%.
Rudder wise though, I believe we have that turned down to about a 65,
Oh,
70.
now we're climbing. That's probably wind though.
So this morning I had thermals
There we go.
like
That.
crazy out here. This
I'll bring it in low again.
temperature that we have out here right now is just
I should be
flame
good for a 5-minute flight, right? Or should we think I should land at 2:30?
You should be able to get 5 minutes out of this.
Okay, I set my timer for 2:30 because that's
So
what
I was
use.
getting about 5 minutes with my 1800, so you got a 2200.
And I'm only about 50 to 60% throttle right now.
So the other thing to special note on this is that the airplane is very slick. So when you want to turn throttle off and glide it, you're going to be gliding for quite a while. So
Oh,
plan
that's
that.
right.
It will glide all the way from those power lines with your throttle off, even though you got wind pointed at your nose.
Yeah, come around.
So show that. Actually, try and do a touch and go if you can.
Oh yeah, all right.
Why not, right?
I am high for touch and go, but
Yeah, but right here, chop your throttle
I
and see
am
how that
off
thing
the
glides a
throttle
little.
right now. And I think I need a little throttle.
Yeah, give a little throttle. That wind is probably maybe
Yeah,
maybe
it's
them
pretty
cells
windy. It's pretty windy. I was only giving it a. Oh! Guess we're landing.
Keep going.
We got some wind on that one.
You just listen to my shenanigans right there.
That's my bad.
That wing lifted. It scared me.
It sure did. It scared me too. I thought we were going over.
Okay, so speed-wise, a
So that
little
was-
bit faster on there.
That was about 10% throttle that I gave it after chopping it. So we're at half throttle right now, and we'll get nice and straight. And we are off the throttle right now, completely off. And
little throttle.
that's 10% throttle. We're back flying.
That was a
That was 10%.
that was a nice pass. Do that again. Just bring it a little bit closer to us.
Okay.
Oh, we don't like closer. I'm just joking.
Fly it directly at our faces.
Well, with the crosswind, I might have to. I don't know why I'm going so far out.
Because you're used
I'm
to
just so
bigger
used to
Because
it.
that's what airliners do. You know, when they say they're
Yeah.
landing, it like takes them 40 minutes before they even
Okay, we're way off the throttle right now.
a little throttle.
A little bit more,
There
a little
we
bit
go.
more. There we are. Oh, I was supposed to be close to you.
That was close.
That was still a good pass. That was still a good pass. You've gone close to 5 minutes.
This will be 5 minutes.
Yeah, bring it in and check your battery. Because
Okay.
remember, every battery out there is different. So just because my 1800 Mob Pack did an awesome job,
Well,
who's
I
to say your
also-
2200 is going to be that way too? You know
I
what I mean?
also fly with way more throttle than Jeremy. What I really like, see, I'm off the throttle now.
And
That
a
was
wheelie.
You only got to give it like 10% throttle to get it flying again.
And it
like
does amazing.
literally, I barely gave it. As soon as I heard the motors kick on, it lifted again.
So, okay,
What do you think?
impressive.
It flies so good. My first landing, I was all me because I let go of the elevator.
It was gusting. There's a
I came in
crosswind.
hot,
Like, we got a little
but
dirty
whatever.
air.
Excuses.
Whatever.
You still did
That,
it.
It was pilot error. That was completely me. And then the takeoff, I took off against the wind, right, like sideways. So I took off that way with the wind blowing this way, so it tipped it over.
Cool.
But
Let's go check the battery.
It was super easy
he's
to
coming
correct.
back. That's what
go.
we do. We babble when
got
we're
a
taxiing
customer.
back.
Except James doesn't taxi while he babbles.
Remember when I taxied my mini hawk? off
But
the road and
seriously,
talking?
to get this thing flying after you cut the throttle, it's 10%. Like, you just gotta push the stick until you hear the motors again, and it goes back into regular flight. So, this is a G2 battery that just showed up at my house one day.
So we just proved the landing gear's sturdy.
Yeah, we sure did.
The wingtips are
On.
on, and
28%, and I had 45 seconds remaining out of 5 minutes, so easily 5 minutes.
I can't tell if you can see that or
Yeah,
not.
you can.
Okay, there we go.
You gotta turn your head sideways. We got polarized lenses. We can't read the screen.
Oop,
So,
finger.
yeah, 5 minutes easy. The way I fly.